Does Marjorie Taylor Greene have zero self-awareness?
People are fed up with this. They're looking at Republicans in Washington and laughing at us. They think we are a complete joke, and I'll say it over and over again.
You're a big part of the reason of why that's the case, Marge.
Look over here, Mr. President.
You're trying to derail any kind of legislative success the Republicans might have before the election by accusing the speaker of starting World War III.
What happened in the House yesterday was actually an attack on our entire republic. That's the way I see it. This is going to continue to lead us closer and closer to the end of America as we know it, and potentially, Steve, leading into World War III.
The only actual legislative action that Marge has taken so far is to try to vacate the speakership, and even that failed. It's gotten so bad, her own colleagues are bad-mouthing her.
Is calling for a motion to vacate. Listen, all of us in life get to decide how we handle disappointment. You can be productive or you can be destructive. Ms. Taylor Greene is choosing destructive. We know that this motion is not going to do one thing to make America stronger. It's not going to do one thing to deliver a conservative victory. It's going to sow discord and dissent. And by the way, it's going to fail. She is engaged in a failing act of political theater.
Folks, this is what happens when you vote for a fitness instructor to become one of the members of Congress. No offense to fitness instructors. I'm sure there's a lot of smart fitness instructors out there. But somehow, Marge, who, by the way, I call her fitness instructor because if you look at her Instagram or her posts, she posts a lot of herself working out. She basically is a fitness instructor who is now one of 435 members of Congress. Out of 330 million people in this country, the best we could do was Marge. What's going on? How does this person even have this power? She doesn't want to legislate. She just wants to complain and throw grenades. That's it. That's all she wants to do. She doesn't even know how to legislate. She's not educated. She doesn't know the ins and outs of anything. It's very easy. I could be an easy complainer, and it's easy to complain because everyone else just agrees with you. You go, oh, there's so many potholes in this state, right? Yeah, there's a lot of potholes. And, our tax dollars being used for, what are they using our tax dollars for? Yeah, what are they losing? It's easy to complain. Donald Trump does a great job of complaining. A lot of Republicans in Congress do a great job of complaining. Jim Jordan, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Gosar, all these people, great complainers. Zero solutions. Zero. How are you going to fix it? The border, there's a problem at the border. Well, the Republicans got with the Democrats. They came up with a plan that was very favorable to the Republicans, and their big leader, Donald Trump, said don't pass it. So they didn't pass it. So they're not trying to pass anything. They're not really trying to do anything. And now Marge is upset at Speaker Johnson because because he agreed to fund the government, which means the FBI gets its money, which means the Department of Justice gets to go after Donald Trump. And she's really upset about that because it's not that Donald Trump, in her eyes, this is all made up. Donald Trump didn't do anything wrong. And the Department of Justice has been politicized to go after Donald Trump. Really? He didn't lead an insurrection? He didn't put a tweet that said, come to DC, it'll be wild? He didn't say, go down to the Capitol, I'll see you there. He didn't show up. He didn't sit there and watch on television as his followers were yelling, hang Mike Pence, and say that he brought it on himself. He didn't do any of that stuff. He didn't collude with a bunch of other people behind the scenes to try to steal the election. He didn't do that. That's one of the crimes. He didn't then go and take classified documents and keep them when the FBI asked for them. Yes, Biden had classified documents. When he was asked for, he returned them. Donald Trump obstructed justice, did not return them. The hush money case that's going on right now. Donald Trump used the money to manipulate the election in 2016 because he knew that it would look bad for him coming off of the grab him by the woo-hoo tapes to have it come out that he'd had an affair or a one-night stand with porn star Stormy Daniels. None of that stuff means anything. What about the call to Georgia saying, find me 11,000 votes? None of that stuff is a crime. But Marge is upset because Speaker Johnson helped pass the budget so that the government could stay afloat. She's upset because America, the Congress finally gave an aid package to some of its allies. And of course, listen, the Ukraine thing was needed because Ukraine was being defeated by Russia. And anybody who thinks that, oh, it's a good thing to let Russia take over Ukraine, don't think they'll stop. Don't think they'll stop. Poland and other countries in that area are on the cutting board. I'm not a pro-war person at all, but I do know that it would not be a good look for the West to let Ukraine fall. But Marge was upset about that. Then there's the aid package to Israel, which, by the way, on that one, I can agree with Marge in that we really need to stop bombing the Palestinians in Gaza. So maybe there's a way to fix that. So one thing I would agree with her is that. But other than that, she's done nothing. She's a cuckoo. She is just nuts. And what are we going to do? She's a member of Congress. I would encourage, if anybody that's in her district is watching this, just ask yourself, what has she done for me? Zip. This has been the least productive Congress in recent history. They've done zip. The few things that got done was because Joe Biden pushed some things like the infrastructure bill, which is a good thing, which we're going to start seeing the results of slowly. We're seeing the results as projects start to come in, jobs start to come in, and it was led by the Biden administration who got that done. So this Congress is useless. Marge is useless. If you're in Georgia and she's in your district, please consider not voting for her. It's an embarrassment. She's an embarrassment. Even her own colleagues call her an embarrassment. I'm comedian Maz Jobrani. I have a special on YouTube. It's called The Birds and the Bees. Look it up. Watch it. I hope you enjoy it. If you don't like it, keep it to yourselves. If you do like it, share it with a friend. Leave a comment. Leave a super thanks. Bye.